Supreme Court agreed to hear oral arguments in the case about ending birthright citizenship. How confident are you that the court will rule in your favor and allow that order to end birthright citizenship to go forward?
Well, you're just telling me that for the first time. I am so happy. I think the case has been so misunderstood. That case, birthright citizenship, is about slavery. If you look at the details of it, the signings of it, everything else, that case is all about slavery. And if you view it from that standpoint, people understand it. But for some reason, lawyers don't talk about it, the news doesn't talk about it. That's not about tourists coming in and touching a piece of sand and all of a sudden they're a citizenship. They're a citizen. That is all about slavery. And even look at the dates on which it was signed. It was right at that era, right after the Civil War. And if you look at it that way, the case is an easy case to win. And I hope the lawyers talk about birthright, citizenship, and slavery, because that's what it was all about. And it was a very positive, it was meant to be positive. And they use it now instead, not for slavery, they use it for people that come into our country and they walk in and all of a sudden they become citizens and they pay a lot of money to different cartels and others. It's all about slavery, and if you look at it that way, we should win that case.
Tribal. Great day. Welcome to the House of Cons. I'm Black Jay. Salute to everybody in the house, man. I'm happy y'all with me one more time. Salute to China Keys in the house. Old McDonald in the house. Salute. Everybody do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like. Subscribe. Share the video. Especially if you're a real nigga. We back at it one more time, man. We got a good show lined up. Hey, China Keys, you say you ain't heard that that only the strong survive. Hey, that's that ride eye. Salute. Salute to Too Short. Short dog. That's that ride out from back in the day. You know I be in the thing DJing, boy. You know I be in here a little ghetto ass DJ. Indigenous Pookie around this bitch. DJ Indigenous Pookie. Good show lined up for the family. We talking the Creek Nation supporting Donald Trump. Who would have ever thought that the Creek Nation would be in support of Donald Trump? We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. Because I'm quite sure I got a couple pretendians out there checking in on us.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
And I know I got a couple pretendians. Cause I got 6 people watching and they ain't got but 2 likes. We gotta have some $5 pretenders up
Sit
here.
your $5 ass down before I make
hit
change.
That dislike with your goof, man. We got some tellers up here. Go on hit the dislike. We got 5 likes. We got 5 likes. We got 1 teller left. We might got 2 tellers. We got 7 people watching and 5 likes. We might got 2 tellers in here, man. If you a teller, go on hit that dislike. Go on hit that dislike if you a teller. Especially a teller from Mexico. Up in here smelling like burrito breath. Smelling like you got that salsa breath around this bitch. Go on hit that dislike then. Alright, we made a teller leave. One of the tellers left. Good. Get the tellers out of here. I talk about a good show. The Creek Nation support Donald Trump. The Creek Nation support ICE. The Creek Nation support mass deportation. And y'all heard the man. Y'all heard the man talking. And I put up a couple different little images while the man was saying what he had to say, just so we could put some relevancy to it. And I'm gonna start doing that more often. When I got some people talking, I'm gonna start putting up the pictures I want to put up. And the images that I want to put up while they talking. Hey, salute the Indigenous American similar Indian in the house. Salute. Yeah, I'm putting up while people talking. I'm running the video that I want to run, and I'm putting up the images that I want to run while they talking. Cause I'm gonna make it make sense. Cause we heard what he had to say. We heard what the old boy Trump had to say. I'm rocking with Trump. Trump got me laughing, man. It's been a hell of a year so far. Salute to 2025. I've been binge watching. Hey, F Netflix. You know how people used to binge watch shit on Netflix? F Netflix. Nah, I'm binge watching illegal immigrant, mass deportation, ice raids. That's what I'm watching. That junk be so funny. We ain't come here for all that today. We been getting on their ass lately, but we got something else we gonna talk about today. Cause Trump has something good to say about this birthright citizenship, and it got everything to do with these illegal aliens too, and all these immigrants. Cause every immigrant is an illegal alien. The truth be told, the Creek Nation ain't never approved of your ass coming over here. All you immigrants, illegal aliens in our eyes. Including Donald Trump. He a legal alien too, but we rocking with him because he doing what we want him to do. You know what I'm saying? We giving him a pass. We gave the indigenous people gave Donald Trump a visa, bitch. We gave Donald Trump a green card. We gave his ass a Negro card. We giving Trump a Negro card. He kicking them out, and I'm loving it. They come here trying to colonize, tearing up our cities, and now I can't even go to LA. That's you know what I'm saying? That's our yard. That's part of our house. We can't even go in out. They done took over part of our house. Basically. The cartel. For all them illegal aliens from Mexico and from Venezuela, if you an immigrant, you from Mexico or you from Venezuela or you from any one of them Latino, to me, you the cartel. You cartel in my eyes. You can't tell me you ain't the cartel. All y'all work for the cartel talking about y'all came here looking for asylum. Asylum my ass. And you came here talk like you scared of the cartel. Bitch, you working for the cartel. Your ass came here to wave that flag. That's the Mexican flag is the cartel flag. Salute. It's really the cartel flag. That's why we got the circle and the X on it. We've been in the Creek Nation. We've been in the back room talking with Trump. We've been trying to see if we're going to go on and just send the Navy SEALs down there to go and take care of the cartel ass once and for all. Salute. We're in the war room right now. Hey, truth be told, China in the house. So we got on the thumbnail, 14th Amendment. Birthright only applies to them. Who is them? Them is us, the Creek Nation, Managa, the real Cherokee, Managa, the Seminole Managa. Trump straight up telling you, birthright only applies to us. It don't apply to no damn African booty scratchers. It only applies to the Creek, the real Creek, Cherokee Negro, Seminole Negro. That's who it applies to. And we're gonna let him explain it one more time, then we're gonna get into our lesson. I'm gonna let y'all know. We're gonna get into some of that old school blackjack tonight. I'm gonna do some reading. I know y'all like, blackjack. He on here, he don't be reading no more, doing no research, man. He wanna come on here and talk about the politics, man. I already know some of you niggas mad. But I don't care, cause we grown and we keeping up with what's going on, right? And it all relate to us, believe it or not. And it's important because things are going on right now that we ought to pay attention to. Because it got everything to do with us. And this our time to speak up. And, you know, even when it got everything to do with us, they still going to make some mistakes, whether they know it or not. Whether they know it or not, they going to still make some errors. They going to still try to put in a booty scratcher story and all kind of stuff. So we got to, this is our chance to shine. They talking about us and this birthright stuff. This is our chance to tell them, look, birthright was all about us. We know all about it. We are the experts on birthright citizenship. See, can't nobody tell, look, man, y'all listen to me, fam. Listen to me, tribe. Can't nobody tell the American Negro shit about birthright citizenship, motherfucker. We are birthright, bitch. We are the birthright, motherfucker. Birthright is the Negro. And Trump telling the truth about it, and we gonna talk about it. We gonna get into it before I get too loud and rowdy in here. I ain't gonna get too loud and rowdy, y'all. Psych. Birthright is the Negro. And we gonna prove it. We gonna listen to my man Trump tell us one more time.
The Supreme Court agreed to hear oral arguments in the case about ending birthright citizenship. How confident are you that the court will rule in your favor and allow that order to end birthright citizenship to go forward?
Well, you're just telling me that for the first time. I am so happy. I think the case has been so misunderstood. That case, birthright citizenship, is about slavery. If you look at the details of it, the signings of it, everything else, that case is all about slavery. And if you view it from that standpoint, people understand it. But for some reason, lawyers don't talk about it, the news doesn't talk about it. That's not about tourists coming in and touching a piece of sand and all of a sudden they're a citizenship. They're a citizen. That is all about slavery. And even look at the dates on which it was signed. It was right at that era, right after the Civil War. And if you look at it that way, the case is an easy case to win. And I hope the lawyers talk about birthright, citizenship, and slavery, because that's what it was all about. And it was a very positive, it was meant to be positive. And they use it now instead, not for slavery, they use it for people that come into our country and they walk in and all of a sudden they become citizens and they pay a lot of money to different cartels and others. It's all about slavery, and if you look at it that way, we should win that case.
And that's the truth. You can't put it no simpler than that. Birthright citizenship was all about slavery. Therefore, by their own admission, it was all about the American Negro. Salute. All about the American Negro. If it was all about slavery, it was all about the American Negro. And who is the American Negro? If it was all about slavery, it was all about the 5 million American Indians who got enslaved. Who is the American Indian? Who is the American Negro if it was all about slavery? And we were looking at the pictures of the advertisement that we know all about, with the Indians on them passing tobacco, that we know all about. If it was about the Negro and it was about slavery, who is the Negro? Who is the Negro? Who is the black boy? If it was all about your birthright citizenship, who birthright citizenship belonged to? The American Indian. We the only one got birthright over here. Birthright citizenship only belong to the American Indian, the real American Indian, not no $5 fake pretender. The real Indian.
Your $5 ass down before I make
Birthright
change.
citizenship only applies to the indigenous people. It applies to the American Indian, the Negro. It only applies to you. It don't apply to no foreigner. It don't apply to no immigrants. It only applies to the indigenous people. It don't apply to nobody else. Birthright citizenship only applies to the Negro. The Indian slave is the Negro slave. There was never an African slave. Birthright citizenship applies to the Negro only. Your ancestors fought wars before they called this place the United States. Your ancestors fought in every war, and matter of fact, your ancestors won every war ever since it was the United States, and so on after. Hey, James Brooks in the house. Dre Carr's music in the house. Ain't no Mexican never fought for this country. They always fought against this country, these Latinos. What Latino ever fought for this country? Your ancestors fought to keep the land that they colonized. And guess what, though? After they colonized, we fought alongside them in every single war. They couldn't win a war without us. They couldn't win the war against us without us. Divide and conquer. Yeah, we know they use Negro against Negro. And we fell for it, right? And that's why we suffering like we suffer now. These Latinos ain't never fought for the country. They only fought to destroy it. birthright citizenship, all these immigrants. You ain't got no birthright over here. You ain't got no due process over here. And we in full support of Donald Trump and ICE. Ask us for no help. Yeah, matter of fact, come on and ask us for no help. I'm gonna drop a dime on your ass. I want you to run up here hide from ICE. I'm gonna shine a flashlight on your ass. There you go. It only applies to us. It's so easy to point it out. It's so easy to point it out. And they're talking about the 14th Amendment. But before we go to the 14th Amendment, we can't just leave the 13th Amendment out. How you gonna skip and go to the... They dropped me off at the 13th floor when they told me that it wasn't one. They scared to switch. They said it skipped from 12 to 14. Hey, y'all remember that song? Still smoking, still drinking. Now I'm sitting on a Lincoln floor AM thinking that the reality of the world is like a ball for a players. That's that Outcast, boy. Well, I'm a hip hop historian, boy. I'm a Negro music historian. I'm an Indigenous American historian, nigga. That's that old Outcast, nigga. That boy said he got dropped off at the 13th floor, and they told me that it wasn't one. They said it skipped from 12 to 14. But we ain't finna skip from 12 to 14. We finna go to the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1865. 1865 ain't got shit to do with no Latino or any other immigrant. When you see 1865, all you think about is the Negro. Matter of fact, you can be a nigga rapper, and you can just make your name 1865. They gonna be like, what that nigga there? That nigga there be spitting. Who that is? That's 1865. 1865 is the Negro, man. Who else 1865 represent? The first thing come to your mind when you even see that number, 1865, is the Negro. You don't think about no red man. You don't think about nobody else. As soon as you see 1865, you think of slavery and the Negro. As soon as you see 1865, you think of slavery and the Negro. The real Indian. Slavery and the Negro. The real Indian. The real people that got enslaved. Like this black boy Indian right here. Feathered up. These the real people that got enslaved. They brought their indentured slaves over here, them immigrants, and they tried to make us equal to them MFers. You know, African slaves, they say plenty black slaves already over here. We're gonna make these Indian slaves. Birthright citizenship got everything to do with you Negroes, the same Indians. Same Indians holding the parasol for Whitey. So we ain't gonna skip the 13th Amendment. Officially abolished slavery, 1865, and involuntary servitude. Hold on, wait a minute. See, they trying to separate this shit, man. It's a whole. All I'm seeing is slavery. Look at. So we gonna slow down and read this. The 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1865, officially abolished slavery. They talking about us, the Negro Indians, and involuntary indentured servitude. They talking about the whites and the immigrants and the Latinos. The Latinos, the Chinese immigrants, the white immigrants, them was indentured slaves. So when they say slavery and involuntary servitude, it's all slavery. They just separating the races. When they say slavery, they talking about the indigenous people. When they say involuntary servitude, servants, they talking about indentured slaves. They talking about European and Chinese and Latino immigrants and Spaniards. It states neither slavery nor involuntary servitude. See, they trying to say it like it was two different things. It wasn't two different things. It was just two different groups of people. It was the immigrants and the indigenous niggas. It was the immigrants and the indigenous niggas. The immigrants, you get in the indentured slaves category, and the niggas, the indigenous niggas, you get in the slavery categories, nigga. Copper guidance in the house. Salute copper guidance in the house. Y'all see what they did? See, they try to act like it was two different kinds of slaveries. They was like, yeah, neither is, because if it was just, it was really just one. It was really just one big old plantation, right? Just like in that movie, damn, I can't think of the name right now. Anyway, it was just one big plantation. You got white, you got immigrant slaves running all around, getting their ass whooped and all, getting choked out, getting hung and everything. They get everything that they were doing to the Indians, they was doing to them immigrants too. But they just had different titles. They put you under slavery so they know you indigenous. They say, you know, these niggas under slavery doing diverses. But the immigrants though, we're gonna give them another title. They slaves too, but we're gonna call them indentured slaves. It's neither slavery nor involuntary servitude. What else would involuntary servitude? If you ain't volunteer to serve, what are you? If you a servant and you ain't volunteer to be a servant, what the hell are you? If you getting your ass whooped and you getting hung and you just happen to be white or maybe Latino, maybe you happen to be a Spaniard, but you was still an involuntary, you was a slave. And all of them coming over here to be slaves. They come here talking about due process and shit and civil rights. They got food. They got baited up. The immigrants dumb as hell. They thought they coming here for a better life. You ain't come here for a better life. Bitch, you came here to get some racism. Talking about a better life, equal rights, and due process. All they had to do was ask us. We would have told them that shit was phony. You got suckered into being a slave coming over here. Like the lady say, somebody got to pick the damn cotton. It states neither slavery nor involuntary slavery, except as a punishment for crime where the party shall have been duly convicted shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. The amendment was a crucial step in the Reconstruction, aiming to address the legacy of slavery and ensure equality for all citizens. So they talking about the legacy of slavery. Now, if you was indigenous slave, you didn't have rights, right? But look what they're saying, aiming to address the legacy of slavery and ensuring equality for all citizens. They want to make you a citizen. You see what happened? They made you a citizen. They put you on a whole nother title. They said, yeah, you want to vote? You black now. Forget about that Indian stuff. Matter of fact, we're going to give you a whole new history. You an immigrant just like you did. Now this is the land of immigrants now. They told you your ancestral land is a nation of immigrants. They told you the land that you was born on since day one, and your ancestors was born on, that all your ancestors buried on. They told you it's a nation of immigrants. And everybody out here immigrant except you. You the only one ain't no damn immigrant. You been fighting these fucking immigrants since they came on your fucking land. And they got the nerve, the audacity to tell you that it's a nation of immigrants and immigrants built your motherfucking country. You got us fucked up.
You big dummy.
They got the nerve to tell you somebody else was you. They told you, they didn't tell you the Indian slave was the nigger. They told you it was some kind of red man.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Then turn right around, convince you was an African, and then told you this is a nation of immigrants. What kind of fuck shit was that? They say they told you were African. You were immigrant too. They told you, nah, we gonna make a watercolor Indian. This the real Indian right here.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
They gonna say, nah, you know what? These Mexicans is the Indians. These Latinos, they gonna tell you some bullshit. But it's a funny thing. History got a whole lot of receipts out here. A Latino ain't never been a Native American. That's a damn Spaniard. See, funny thing is, for all the fake ass red men out here,
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
history got all the receipts. That's what's hilarious about it all. Your phony images. We know about the real Yamasee War and the real Negroes. They've been fighting in this land since these fucking immigrants, these funk ass immigrants roll up on our shit. We've been fighting. That's why they want us to help them. And we ain't help. They know we about that action. They know we fight and we win. They know we fight civil rights, whatever. Our ancestors took them. They ain't asking nobody. They ain't asking the Chinese people know kung fu. Why the fuck you Latinos ain't stepped to the Chinese people and ask the Chinese people to come out there and kick some karate? Why y'all fucking with us? You know why y'all fucking with us, because y'all know what it is. But yep, the Creek Nation backed Trump. The Creek Nation backed Donald Trump. Because we know what the 13th Amendment and to the 14th Amendment. The 13th Amendment was all about the Negroes and the indentured slaves. And then the 14th Amendment ratified in 1868 addresses citizenship, equal protection of the law, and due process. Among other things, its key sections include Section 1 defines citizenship for those born or naturalized in the U.S. and prohibits states from infringing on citizens. Now, who was being infringed on? Who was being infringed on in 1868? Who was being infringed on? I don't see a Latino or any other immigrant in sight being infringed on. I see a bunch of Negroes being infringed on. The indigenous people, as usual. Privileges and immunities, depriving them of life, liberty, and property without due process or denying them equal protection of the law. The only people who was getting denied equal protection of the law was the Negroes. Who is the Negroes? The Indians, the indigenous people. The same people that they enslaved by a number of at least 5 million. But we ain't just blowing smoke in your face. We always got some receipts. We always got sources about what we talking about. And y'all remember we was talking about the wealthy Negroes of the Creek Nation and the Topeka Plains deal. Y'all remember that article we looked at a while back? It's a newspaper clipping. I hope y'all remember that. Maybe some people remember, some people don't. But we was talking about the wealthy Negroes of Oklahoma, the Creek Negroes, who backed Trump in mass deportation. Remember this, Topeka Plains dealing. We ain't come here for this, but I'm just finna remind you. Y'all gotta remember. I know we ain't been talking to our Indian stuff lately because I've been on my own thing lately. I've been living my life, doing what I gotta do for real, trying to get some shit taken care of. But y'all should already know a lot of this stuff and where to find it. Like the Topeka Plains dealer from Topeka, Kansas, talking about these wealthy Creek Negroes disenfranchised. But I wanted to show y'all something. Negro Indians. But I want to show y'all something. Not this, but it's in the same search engine. Everybody got it. Because those were just Negroes, one section of the Negroes in Indian Territory and the Creek Nation that was rich. The wealthy Negroes in that were denied the right of franchise by the act of the new state. And they was the largest Negro population in the Creek Nation. And they got denied the right to franchise in Indian Territory. That's not just the only one. Even in the town of Boley, the Negroes was rich. The Negroes understood this was our land. It was not just Tulsa. It was not just in all these other places. It was in Boley too. Boley, Indian Territory. Boley, Negro Territory. Indian Territory. Indian Territory. Negro Territory. Black Boy Territory. Like the city of Wildcat. Indian Territory. Negro Territory. Indian Territory. Black Boy Territory. And we ain't talking Hindustan either. And Boley, Indian Territory, exercising freedom in the all-black town. Not no all-red man town.
Sit your $5 ass
And I
down
hope it's
before I
someone
make
me
change.
here. If you in here, speak up. You fake red man, speak up if you want to talk about you a real Native American or your grandma and all this. Speak up, I dare you. Boley, Indian Territory, exercising freedom in the all-black town. Y'all, I always try to give y'all something new when I be on these real. See, we back on some real stuff now. I got a bunch of stuff. I think I ain't been I've been slacking. I got a bunch of shit. I just been on some other shit. But I say tonight, you know what? They're gonna give us something new. We're gonna talk about the wealthy Negroes in Boley. Because the only one they want to tell you about is Tulsa. Because they want, you know what? You know why they only tell you about Tulsa, them wealthy Negroes in Tulsa? Because they bombed it. And they want that to burn in your brain. They want the fact that they bombed the wealthy Negroes in Tulsa. That's what they want you to remember about all that. But they won't tell you about the wealthy Negroes in Boley, in Indian Territory. On the 9th of March, 1905, Boley Progress editor O'Neal H. Bradley asserted that the newspaper's namesake, a black town found in the Creek Nation. Another town in the Creek Nation. Indian Territory was the haven of the Negro. Indian Territory was the haven of the Negro. See, I like that. Let's say it again. A black town founded in the Creek Nation, Boley, Indian Territory, was the haven of the Negro. It was the stronghold of the Naga.
Boom shakalaka!
It was the haven of the Naga, the haven of the black boy. It was the haven of the Yamasee. The real Yamasee, not the fake ones. It was the haven of the Negro, the nigger. The editor further predicted that Boley would ever be the most famous Negro town in the whole United States. They said at this time, Boley was bigger. They said in 1905, they say Tulsa was on its way up, but Boley was bigger at this point. They say Bradley made these declarations at the height of the late 19th century and early 20th centuries, the late 1800s and early 1900s. Black town movement within the United States, and he wrote from the movement ideological and geographical epicenter. He said, okay, so see, Indian Territory was the epicenter. Look, he said Bradley made these declarations at the height of the late 18 and 1900s in the black town movement within the United States, and he wrote that this movement in Indian Territory ideologically and geographically is the epicenter of the Negro. Between 1891 and 1907, more than 24 black towns were established in Indian Territory, and another dozen were established in the neighboring Oklahoma Territory. And you know, we know the story, over 50 all Negro towns. These figures dwarf the number of black towns founded in any other U.S. state or territory. It was more all Negro towns in Indian Territory than anywhere else in the country. They also beg the question, why were these towns established and why were so many in this space? They had the nerve to say, we beg to wonder, why were there so many black towns in Indian Territory? See, this the conversation that we need to have with these officials right now while they talking birthright, citizenship, and all this. Because I got their number. They really don't want to go here with me. They said they also beg the question, why were these towns established? Why? We was told it was a red man.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Why were so many in this space? And what about those tobacco Indians? Why the hell is they niggas too? Earlier generations of scholars have theorized. They theorize. See, they gotta theorize instead of just looking at the facts. I don't need to theorize. They say earlier generations of scholars had theorized this turn of the century black town movement as an isolationist response to the horrors of Jim Crow in the United States, or alternatively as a product of the opportunistic capitalist drive that spurred all non-Indian settlement. Hey, look what they telling on themselves. Look, they say, look at this. They say early generations of scholars have theorized this turn of the century black town movement as an isolationist response. They say the black town movement was a response. What was it a response to, Blackjack? They say this black town movement was a response as a product of the opportunistic capitalist drive that spurred the non-Indian settlement. They said it was a response to the non-Indian settlement. You see that? Let's get through the mumbo jumbo, eat the meat, spit out the bones. They basically just told us earlier generations of scholars have theorized this turn of the century black town movement as an isolationist. They wanted to be isolated. Who they wanted to be isolated from? Non-Indian settlements. You wanted to be, your ancestors wanted to stay segregated. They telling you who the Negroes is. Let's read it again. Earlier generations of scholars have theorized this turn of the century black town movement in Indian Territory as an isolationist response. Why were they wanting to isolate? What were they responding to? Non-Indian settlements. Let's read the whole thing then. Earlier generations of scholars have theorized this turn of the century black town movement as an isolationist response to the horrors of Jim Crow in the United States, or alternatively as a product of the opportunistic capitalist drive that spurred all non-Indian settlements in the territories during this period. They wanted to be away from the non-Negroes, the non-Indians. Since the late 1990s, a new generation of historians have revisited Indian Territory in Oklahoma and concluded that this space presents researchers with new opportunities to consider the complexities of region, racial and ethnic identity, and domestic and international borders. Scholars have also begun to consider the ways that citizens in Oklahoma and other states and territories contribute to American Indian freedom struggle. This essay uses the life stories of these American Indian descendants, founders of Boley, Creek Nation, not Zulu, the largest and most prominent of Oklahoma's Indian towns, to illuminate the marriage of black freedom, Indian freedom, ideology, and geopolitical opportunity that underlay the development of these towns. This includes the ways in which rural folk manifested Indian self-determination, Indian self-determination, Indian self-determination. I don't care because they called you black or African. You're still a Creek. Racial and ethnic identity and domestic and international borders. Scholars have also begun to consider the ways the citizens in Oklahoma and in other states and territories contribute to the American Negro. These essays use the life of these Indian descendants founders of Boley, the largest and most prominent of Oklahoma's Indian towns, to illuminate the marriage of Indian freedom, ideology, and geopolitical opportunity that underlay the development of these towns. This includes the ways in which rural folk manifest Indian self-determination and Indian nationalism, American Indian nationalism, on their own terms. In so doing, this study builds upon a theoretical framework about rural Creek nationalism and Oklahoma's unique geopolitical history found in works by Stephen. The essay uses the life stories of these Creek descendants. So it started out telling you the truth about Creek, in the Creek Nation, in Indian Territory, a black town founded in the Creek Nation, Indian Territory, the haven of the Negro. And they got you down here and convinced you was African. We're not easily fooled. Salute. It's more to this. It's more to this. But yeah, that was just to see full text. Full text. Log in for the full text. Purchase this article. $25. Nope, cause y'all don't be tempting me.
You big dummy.
Shit. I ain't big. I ain't about to purchase that shit. I ain't about to purchase that shit to tell me shit I already know. I would purchase it. I tell y'all what. I go half with y'all. Y'all tip me $12. I'll put the other 12 with it, motherfuckers. $./$$ House of Company. Y'all want to read this whole article? Y'all got to go half on it. I ain't buying all this shit by myself no more. I'm over that shit. I'm investing my money. All of my extra money. I ain't bullshitting. I'm trying to be like these wealthy Creek Negroes in Oklahoma. I'm investing all my money. I ain't playing around with y'all. Y'all, hey, now everybody in the house, they were holding up my chat. I ain't even see this. Let me salute everybody in the house. Hey, Dre Carr Music, Jane Brooks in the house. Let me see who else in the house. Bronze Flat Power God in the house. Quiet Storm Sean in the house. Hoshelps up in the house. Keely the Luminary in the house. Russ and Lighting One in the house. God Favorite in the house. The real Archachas Defense League in the house. Salute to everybody.
Boom shakalaka!
Everybody rocking out in the House of Cons in Indian Territory. Yeah, I'm investing all my money. I ain't playing around. My
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Everything. I ain't playing, but I'm buying gold backs, gold bars. I already know they finna get crazy. They already got crazy. They ain't about to get crazy. They already got crazy. I'm waiting on the minute. Hey, boy, Ice been shooting immigrants in the testicles, my nigga. It's an immigrant. It's a couple different immigrants got their testicles shot up, man, by Ice out here. Ice out here doing God work. So I've been saving my money, buying gold bars. I've been buying gold backs. Hey man, I ain't playing. Cause when the war go down and they dropping bombs over there in the dirty Middle East. Bomb them motherfuckers. Don't drop a nuke over there. I don't give a damn. Nuke them motherfuckers. Hey, they over there in the eyes of the Gentile. They acting crazy. Well, in California, the Mexicans out there, the fake Mexicans, the Latinos out there acting like the eyes of the Gentiles right over here in America, burning up shit. But then over there in Iran and shit, they dropping bombs in the fake Israel, the fake tribe of Judah, the 13th tribe over there. They over there dropping bombs and shit. So this shit crazy. I've been buying gold, nigga, and bullets. I've been buying gold and silver bullets, nigga. Stacking I ain't buying no bullshit. I ain't buying nothing from China. See, y'all keep on buying them Gucci belts and all that stupid ass shit. All them fake ass designer shit. I ain't buying nothing designer. I'm buying all. See, I'm buying known imitation. See, y'all buying the unknown. Y'all buying the good imitations. Like, they just good fakes for real. But I'm buying the real deal fake shit. I'm buying the real deal fake shit for the low. Everything I buy, I ain't buying none of that high shit. It's taking all my extra money. If I ain't buying gold, bitch, I'm buying bullets.
Boom shakalaka!
I ain't playing. Cause I already know this shit getting stupid out here. And see what y'all don't know, when war happen, when wars go down and when chaos go down, the price of precious metals go up. So like, this a good time to invest. Like, even people like some people like, see, the stock market, you know, I be investing in the market too, but when it get crazy, the market get crazy. But see, you ain't just, that ain't the only place though you can put money in and you can invest. Like, see, when the market got crazy because of how shit is, you can still see, but when the market crazy, honestly, that's an opportunity to make money, because when the shit be up and down, that's when you make money for real. You don't want the shit to just be steady. You don't make no money like that when it's just steady. You make money when that shit go up and down, when that shit zigzag. That's when you can scalp them hoes. You do that day trading. But it's risky. Some people say, risky money, but see, you want to do something less risky on your investments, especially if you're trying to be like these wealthy Negroes in these all black towns. These Negroes are wealthy all over the Creek Nation. These Negroes are wealthy. I'm telling you, they got so many stories about these Negroes out here. But that's when I be on. I be trying. These Negroes, I know how they got wealthy, because they was saving. They probably had gold. But these Negroes, see the topi, the Negro in Oklahoma Territory, undoubtedly one of the prime reasons Negroes migrated was to escape racial discrimination. That bullshit. Ain't nobody was escaping nothing. Nigga going to get away from y'all stupid ass. Negro business, Internet Archive, the training that Negroes obtained. Robber barons and rebels, whites and Negroes, standing shoulder to shoulder. Hey, boy, when you put the right words in the search, you find out, hey, any one of these could be a good live stream. Any one of these to read. Because I know, like, King Edward, 1848 to 1896, the Great South. The island also became a depot for the sale of Negroes to be imported. Indians. The new Negro movement in Lincoln, Nebraska. New Negroes. Who these new niggas is? But I know these Negroes in Oklahoma, these Negroes had gold. Come on, these the Creek Negroes, the Cherokee, the Seminole, these the indigenous people. They had the gold. They had the gold that the Spaniards and the Brits and the French couldn't find. These Negroes had that gold for real. That's why I be trying to stand. Like I say, I be fucking with the stock market, but they ain't the only thing I be rocking with. Y'all better get on this shit, cause see, like, you gotta do more. See the stock. Somebody can hack the stock. Somebody can hack the internet, man, and your money can disappear overnight. You be like, damn, boy, I was up. And you wake up one morning and that shit gone, cause somebody from China or Mexico done hacked that bitch. So like, you can't just trust that, just the stock market. Like, see, you make money on the stock market, that's cool. It's just fiat, all of it fake anyway. It's fake money, it's fiat. They just print that shit. They be telling niggas it's backed with gold. That shit wasn't never really backed with gold for real. They be lying and shit. But so you better all buying some real money, some real gold and shit. So this what I be on, man. I don't be like I'm saying, if y'all want to read that article, y'all go have with me. I ain't spending my money, nigga.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
So y'all, where all my money going right now. If I ain't the money I be winning money on the stock market, I might take that shit out and I might buy like this here. See, look, one 10-gram gold bullion. See, like these. Yeah, they go already in my search. They know what I be on. See, this where you put your money at. Not that bullshit. Where the real ones at? Hold on, man. Let me go to the website. See shit like this. Shit like this. But see, not off eBay though. You can't get that shit off no motherfucking eBay. Somebody gonna get your ass with some bouffalé. Never buy that shit off eBay. You gotta go to the real sites. Like the gold domain of AppMex. You gotta go to AppMex. See? This is where you put your money at. Cause see, this shit be going up. This shit go up like the stock market. So like if you like, see, I don't put all my money on the stock market. Cause like I say, they can hack that bitch or something. So you wanna put some money in some hard assets, some hard investments that you can keep at your house in a safe or something. With a pistol by your shit.
Boom shakalaka!
But see, this the way you save your money. It's a smart way to save money, cause it's just other money. Gold is money. Gold is the only real. Gold and silver is the only real money. Everything else is fiat. Bitcoin, all that's fiat. Bitcoin, cash, fiat. If it ain't gold or silver, it's not real money. So like say, for instance, say you one of these scamming ass niggas. Like you be finessing and shit. Say you one of these niggas be finessing. Like this nigga I know. I ain't gonna say no names. Like this nigga named KP I know. I ain't gonna say no names though. Say you a finessing ass nigga. You be out here scamming and wham-whamming and scheming and shit. And you done got lucky. You done pulled in front of a Walmart semi-truck and then got your little beat up truck hit in the back. And now you done call the 1-800 Ask Gary. I ain't saying no names. But then you done effed around though and got blessed. Because the Most High look out for babies and fools. That's who the Most High look out for, babies and fools. So a fool will get blessed. You done call Ask Gary, you done pulled in front of the semi-truck, got hit, got the little beat up truck, beat up just a little more, he done knocked the dent back straight. And you done called 1-800 Ask Gary. They took your side. You done won 200 grand.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make changes.
Now, 9 out of 9 Nagas win 200 grand. They gonna be broke in 6 months. I ain't saying no names. But what you should have did when you got them 200 grand, nigga, is took half of it and bought gold. You should have took 100 grand and bought gold bars with it, you big dummy.
You big dummy.
Cause it would have forced you to save it, because you would have had to go through too much trouble to spin it. You would have had to sell your bars to spin it, even though that would have been easy to do. But like, if you would have got 200 and you would have put 100 in gold bars, and you somehow spent the other 100 in 30 days and shit, broke ass, and ain't got nothing to show for it. Now you like, well, I saved the 100 cash. Now you spending the 100 cash you had saved and you extra broke. But see, you should have put half of it in gold bars, because not only where you ain't gonna be so convenient for you to be digging and knick-knacking in it, putting $20, $30, $50 here and there, it would have been in gold. So it would have been sitting in gold, and it would have actually been increasing in value, fool. That's what I would have did. Let me win 200 grand. Let me win. Let's see, blackjack. I was born that night, but not last night. They better not let me. If I win 200 grand, first off, I'm gonna tell everybody I won $2,000. I'm be like, yeah, boy, I hit. 1-800 Ask Gary, boy, I got about 2,000. Break everybody all about $50 a piece. And I'm gonna put by, I ain't gonna lie, I'll put by 100 in gold bars. I'm gonna take about 50, put that bitch in the stock market, and then the other 50, I'll probably just put in some other. I keep some fiat just hanging around in case somebody broke ass called me talking about they need a couple dollars and shit. I put all my shit in gold for real, and I just been sitting. Cause see, gold go up in about 5 years. Gold might be about 5 times the price it is right now. So you be done say you done had $100,000 worth of gold bars, and you held that shit for 5, 10 years, and that shit quadruple, quintuple, and now it's worth 5 times. Then I worth 500 grand. See, people be stupid, and I ain't with the dumb shit.
big dummy.
I ain't with being dumb. That's why the Most High look out for babies and fools. The Most High don't never look out for me because I ain't no baby and I ain't no fool. I always gotta work hard for my shit. That's why I gotta do the right thing. All these people that be hitting licks, they can go out here and ball, go all to Las Vegas, blow money, buy a $50,000 truck, then sell it in less than a month because you broke. And then once you sell it, you buy a bullshit ass ride, then you spend a little bit extra money, you broke. I don't get them kind of licks. It don't happen for blackjack. I gotta work hard for my shit, save my shit, and do the right thing with it. And somehow I'll be ahead of other people that be always getting these damn licks. I don't never get a lick. Only kind of lick I get, I have to get it from the gutter. This how you save that money. See, this shit costs more than it costed last month. I'm telling you, this shit go up, and it depends on. It's like dope. It depends on how much you buy, nigga. Get a discount. You get that work. You get that quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound. Hey,
You big
quarter
dummy.
pound, half a pound, whole pound. Okay. You get that shit by the ground. You get a little deal, 10 grand. You buy 1 grand, you ain't getting no deal. I'm gonna stack these 10 grand bars, and then I might see. I ain't gonna tell y'all all my plans because I don't know nobody stealing my plan. Can't be stealing my plan though. Then I be buying them bullets, nigga. Hey, hey, my big brother, this nigga got more guns than everybody else. This nigga was in the army. That nigga was in Desert Storm and shit. This nigga here was a fighter. My big brother, Desert Storm at. This nigga got more guns than everybody I know. And that nigga work at the post office. I was like, boy, I hope the post office don't never piss this nigga off. But they don't know. This nigga, they call that nigga mailman in the hood. And that nigga nickname mailman in the hood. Man, they better never piss my brother off. That nigga got too many guns to be working at the post office, man. That shit is not fair. But look, this is other shit I be on. Look at this. I be buying silver too, y'all. Some people be laughing. Nigga buying silver, nigga. Ha ha, that nigga buying silver. Like, man, silver and gold is the only real money, fool. I'm trying to be like these Wealthy Creek niggas, nigga, in Tulsa, nigga. See, you buy that gold to stack your big money. But see, you buy silver though for hold on, wait a minute. No, 1 troy pound. Nah, just a 10 ounce silver bullion. Did it already have y'all? Well, they got, see, I be these bullets, nigga. I told y'all silver bullets, nigga. Hey, these don't shoot for real though. It's just silver. It's just a way to stack silver. But that shit, the premium too high on that shit for a 10 ounce. So you can get, like, I can get 10 ounces of silver that's not in the, that's just straight up in the bar for less. I wouldn't buy them. I might buy me some of them silver bullets though, just to fuck around and say I got that shit. I wouldn't buy that shit for investing though. Even though it's silver, all that shit can get melted. But look, the 10 ounce silver bars. See, this where you want to hide your money at for real, especially from the government. And this some slick shit for real. You can be on. Like if I was selling dope still, like back in the day. But if I'd had the right guidance when I was in the streets, boy. See, like these later. I ain't even finna click later. So they got kilogram silver bars. Like the 10, I was looking at the 10-ounce ones and the 5-ounce bars. This how you, then you know you get smaller amounts of silver just for like spinning. Like them little 1-ounce bars and coins and shit. But like people don't be knowing about like I need them old ass like Trump, them old ass white men like Donald Trump, they know about this shit. I bet Trump ass know about I bet Trump got, we know Trump got gold. This nigga got gold ass. See these old white men like this, they be knowing where to hide their money at for real, man. That's why I be watching these niggas. I be watching these Donald Trump ass niggas for real, cause these niggas know. I know that nigga, these niggas be in coin shops and shit, bragging about how much they coin cost. I'm like, I'm gonna rob this nigga. As soon as this nigga leave up out of here. They don't know blackjack be. I don't know. I go in the coin shop looking like and when I go in the coin shop, I make sure I dress like a nerd. So I can watch it. So they won't suspect me. Then I go get in the hoop, then wait till they come out. Nah, but these shit, some of these, like, look, man, look, these coins be worth money people don't be knowing. Like, I be saving these shits for real. This what I'm into. I ain't really into all the other bullshit, Jordans and shit no more. I ain't no kid, motherfucker. Nigga, I'm spending my money. See, before I buy a pair of Jordans, I would buy 5 1-ounce Aztec calendars, 1-ounce American silver. Cause I know the value going shit. Silver just went up. Gold's constantly going up. Silver just went up too. Even though that's a fake ass Aztec. I don't know, that might be a nigga. What y'all say? That's a nigga? That might be a nigga right there. That nigga do look like, man, that nigga got a Michael Jordan jawline. That might be a nigga. Let me get, see, that's how these little coin niggas, they be having that little shit they put on their eye looking at the coin to see if that shit fake and shit. That shit fine silver. That shit little coin worth $40, you know what I'm saying? So you talking about stacking your coins, this what you stack. See, this how you hide this shit from these folks too. You hide that shit in precious metals. But then, like, see, I invest in precious metals on the stock market too. Like, I got some money invested in some silver stocks and some other metals like uranium and some other shit. They don't leave yet. They be trying to get you to spend some money on this. They be like, nigga, you ain't spent no money yet, nigga. This what I be on. All my extra money. And gold backs, nigga. Gold backs, nigga. Y'all niggas don't know about. See, I talked about these gold backs before. I'll show y'all again. These gold backs, nigga. I ain't got to type. It's already in there. I just bought some more. I bought some Cougars. I bought me a stack of Cougars. Hey, somebody think I'm talking about some old women and shit. Trump. I told you Trump be on them coins and shit. Trump is on all the money things. Anything got to do with money, Trump on it. Trump got a cell phone now. Look, see, I be buying these gold notes, nigga. This gold cash. I showed y'all this shit before one time. Yeah, I bought some of these, some mountain lions. I said Cougars. I bought some mountain lions, nigga. These 250 milligrams. So these like every 4 of them equal a gram. So I bought, you know what I'm saying, I bought 5 grams of this shit, 20 stack. 5 grams of 24 karat gold. Bullion, nigga. 24 karat gold aurum. It's like this. So this is money though in the form of almost like foil, but not like aluminum foil. This shit like real strong. Like this shit stronger than like the money that we have in our pocket. It's stronger than the fiat. It's stronger than dollars. Like, you know how you can rip a dollar bill? You can't rip this shit for real. You can't rip these motherfuckers for real. Cause you just some strong ass nigga. But nah, that shit way more durable than regular cash. Cause it's gold. It's actually real money. It's gold. Like, it's backed up. It's literally backed up by the gold itself. It's gold. It ain't backed up by no fake ass gold in Fort Knox like the government be lying and shit. The shit, you literally holding the gold. But it's fractional gold made for trade and made for using as currency. It got like you can put the light on it, see if that shit fake and all. That shit got security features. I bought these mountain lions. I got wolves. I got mountain lions. I got prairie dogs. I gotta get me some bears and get me some bisons next. And I have all the gold domain arms. I have them all. Hey, the ancient one in the house. Salute. Hey, y'all, I know y'all say this nigga's a kid. I'm a kid at heart, boy. I'm a kid at heart, boy. But I ain't collecting no motherfucking baseball cards, though, boy. I ain't playing no game with these folks. I refuse to be broke when I'm old. Like these shit with $800 for a stack of 20. But that's what people be like, well, how much is worth? Nigga, it's worth $800, nigga. Stack of 20, nigga. Nigga, divide 820 by 20, nigga. That's how much they worth. They really worth more than that. If you buy one, it's just like dope. You get a deal when you buy in bulk. They really so 820 divided by. So these bitches, that'll be $40 and like 10 cents a piece according to this. But they really worth more than that. They really worth more than $40 a piece. They really worth about $50 a piece. You buy in bulk, you can get them for about $40 a piece, nigga. But like if you buy a single one, let's pull up the single one. Hold on, is it down here anywhere? So they put the light on it. Them folks ain't playing. It's real gold, nigga. See, a single one they say 42, but the shipping $15 though. So you don't really want to buy no singles. You want to buy in bulk because you're gonna pay 50. So if you bought a single for 42 plus 15 shipping, you would be paying like $58 almost for one. So I sell mine for 50 a piece. I tell nigga, I save you some shipping, nigga. You know what I'm saying? 42.57 with shipping, nigga. You looking at 58. I say you come $50 a piece, nigga. That's how I'm sell mine, nigga. I'm just holding mine. I ain't selling my shit for real. You can buy 100 stack for $4 grand. 250 milligrams each. Yeah, see, I'm buying these next. I ain't buying no 100 stack though. My broke ass ain't buying no 100 stack. I might buy a 20 stack of bells. I can work with about a 20 stack of brown bells. Yeah, see this, I can work with this. 1,500, I can work with that. Brown bells, nigga. 500. Them a half a gram each. Each bill is a half a gram, nigga. So it's 20. How many? It's 20 packs, so that's 10 grams. So look, see 10 grams in gold notes is 1,500. But remember, we had just looked at a 10 gram on gold bar. It's cheaper. The bar gonna be cheaper. But I still buy both. I'll tell you why. Cause see me, I'm a nigga that I'm with all that shit for real. I ain't really with that post shit either. I ain't really with that crying about shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, alright, nigga, the paper form costs more. Okay, fuck it then, nigga. Y'all say that about them Jordan. That's what y'all say when it comes to them Jordans and shit. So see, like a 10 gram off the app, where app makes at? Where that app makes site at? See, like on AppMix, see $1,100 for the 10 gram bar. 1,100. Some I done seen one a little cheaper than that. I think that like don't buy from eBay, Amazon, but them Chinese people gonna shit you. You gonna get your ass gonna get it ain't gonna even be silver under that plated fake. It ain't gonna even be plated in gold. You buy that shit from Amazon or eBay. You gonna get some bubble gum out the Cracker Jack box, and that's you gonna be mad than the motherfucker. You buy that stupid shit. So like this shit here, a 10 gram bar, $1,183. But some people say, well, dang, that's 10 grams. If the bells is 10 grams too, because they're half gram each. And 20, that make 10 grams. It costs more. It costs $1,500. They say, well, why is more? Because the mint, when they make it at the mint, they got to make 20. This ain't one bar. This is 20 bills. So each one of these had to get made in this fine high-tech gold machine they got. So you got to pay the premium for that shit. But that mean, so all that mean though, 10 grams of gold backs is worth more than a 10 gram gold bar. Even though you pay more for it because it's worth more. 10 grams in the cash, 10 grams in the form of cash is worth 1,500 versus 10 grams in the form of a bar is only worth about 1,200. It's because of the processing. It's not what some people might look at it and say, oh man, they getting over on you. Nah, fool, you don't get it. This is made in the currency form. This is made to be traded and saved. Because as you save it, it's just going to be worth more. But that shit I be on, man. I'm trying to get like these wealthy Negroes. And see, that's why the Creek Nation and them Tulsa niggas, they down with Donald Trump, nigga. Trying to get to the money, nigga. Kick these immigrants out, nigga. Hey, but I ain't no investment advice ass nigga. I be talking shit for the tribe, just showing y'all what I be fucking with. Y'all know what I'm saying? You fuck with it, you fuck with it. If you don't, you don't, nigga. Keep buying weed and liquor and Jordans, nigga. Just don't call me when your ass broke. Hey, I'm Blackjack. We out. Peace.